One of the questions I get asked all the time is, can I still drink alcohol if I'm trying to support my hormones in perimenopause? And you know me, my approach is one of nourishment over deprivation. I'm not here to tell you to give up everything you enjoy. Us Italians live for life's pleasures after all. But if your sleep is worsening, your anxiety is higher, you're getting more hot flushes, weight is shifting around your middle, or your cycles feel chaotic, alcohol may be playing a bigger role than you realize. And the reason is alcohol tends to hit differently in perimenopause. Let's talk about it. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Linda Vizzoli, nutritional therapist, health coach, and senior lecturer at the College of Naturopathic Medicine in London. I help women understand their hormones, restore their energy, and feel confident in their bodies again through simple nutrition and lifestyle shifts, which honor our unique female physiology. And if you're interested in more honest, no BS conversations about perimenopause, do like and subscribe. I share videos like this every week. Okay, let's dive right into it and talk about the way that alcohol could be making your symptoms worse. The first reason is that alcohol can worsen blood sugar swings, and that can definitely amplify symptoms. Perimenopause is already a time when many women become more sensitive to blood sugar fluctuations. Add alcohol into the mix, especially that evening glass of wine on an empty or under-fueled body, and you can create a blood sugar roller coaster. And what does that matter for hormones? Well, blood sugar dips trigger cortisol and adrenaline, and that has a knock-on effect on our calming, pro-metabolic, pro-thyroid hormone, progesterone. Progesterone is a key metabolic hormone that helps stabilize blood sugar by reducing stress, supporting thyroid function, and increasing efficiency in glucose utilization. And what does low progesterone and blood sugar swings look like in real life? Things like waking up at 3 a.m., night sweats, increased anxiety, cravings, irritable mood swings. Sound familiar? I often see women reaching for wine to unwind when they're already running on stress hormones, but it can actually feed the cycle. And interestingly, once blood sugar is stabilized throughout the day, many women actually naturally lose that I need a glass of wine feeling in the evening. The other reason alcohol could be making your symptoms worse is that it adds extra burden to the liver. And especially in perimenopause, this really matters. Your liver helps metabolize and clear up used hormones, including estrogen. And in perimenopause, estrogen can already be swinging all over the place. So if the liver is busy processing alcohol, hormone clearance can become less efficient. And this can show up as symptoms often associated with estrogen dominance, despite being in perimenopause and even in menopause. Remember, estrogen dominance isn't necessarily high estrogen, it's unopposed estrogen due to lowered levels of progesterone in relation. Some common symptoms I see are things like breast tenderness, heavier periods, clotting, migraines, bloating, mood changes, anxiety, sleep disturbances, weight gain or water retention, night sweats, joint pain, histamine issues, the list goes on. And if you're already dealing with symptoms of low thyroid function or stubborn weight gain, alcohol can add to that fire too. I'm not against alcohol per se, but let's not kid ourselves here, sisters. In this scenario, alcohol is not doing us any favors. Another reason is that alcohol itself can push hormonal imbalance. And this is a part that many people don't realize. Alcohol can actually raise estrogen and in turn lower progesterone because certain types of alcohol, specifically wine, beer, and whiskey, are estrogenic in nature. And in perimenopause, where progesterone is often declining anyway, that can make symptoms feel more pronounced, as I mentioned earlier. And for many women, this is the reason why alcohol suddenly feels different in their 40s than it did in their 20s or even their 30s. It's not your imagination. Your physiology has changed and you have less of the protective hormones that were helping you get away with less than ideal habits. I've been there, girl. You get no judgment from me. However, as I've mentioned in other videos before, we cannot put all the blame on our hormones for these physical changes. The decline in these hormones is simply exposing a broken system and bringing to light the behaviors which have got us to where we are now. But the good news is that behaviors can be changed. Now, does this mean that we can never have a glass of wine ever again? Absolutely not. Girl, I love a dirty martini every now and again, and I'm not saying that you need to commit to a lifetime of abstinence. But you may want to ask yourself this: is alcohol supporting me right now in this phase of my life? Or is it working against what I'm trying to heal or the goals that I'm trying to reach? Sometimes it's not about quitting forever. It may be something like reducing the frequency, like picking one day of the week to have your favorite drink rather than habitually drinking from Thursday to Sunday night. That's more than half the week. It may not be drinking when you're already stressed or undernourished. And this is actually a really big one because alcohol is an added stressor. And whilst it may make you feel more relaxed in the moment, it's a bit like adding fuel to the fire. It may also be noticing whether that one glass to relax is actually costing you sleep at 3 a.m., or whether those weekend drinks are the reason you are not achieving your body composition goals. That awareness alone can be really powerful. If you've noticed alcohol hits differently in perimenopause, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. And if you want some guidance on how to support your hormones in this season without rigid restriction, that's exactly what I help women do. I have an online program called the Midlife Reset that brings together everything that I teach my one-to-one clients and my students, and we go much deeper, step by step, with live group calls included for extra support and accountability. You can find more details in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.